Hi, I'm Jim Cunneen, your new Gardeniere landscape expert. What I'm here to do today is to talk to y'all about redoing a new space. What we're going to do here is talk about the design concepts that come into play when we do this kind of thing. We're going to have balance and flow and rhythm and form and line and things like that, which basically direct your eye to the object you want to get it to. In this case, we're going to be working toward the front door. And the best way to do that is to draw up a plan, and let's go have a look at it. What we've done is drawn up the entire place to make sure that we've got everything, every space we want to deal with covered. What we're going to do here is going to be another phase of the project. This little spot in here is where we're going to work with today. What we've also done is drawn this to scale. Scale means this and this in a certain thing are in the same relation in real life. So basically that's important so you don't wind up buying too many plants, not enough plants, that sort of thing. So what we've done here is we've chosen the plant material for one, some height back here. That's the Hawaiian tide plant. Red, very tropical, colorful flower that grows up to about 6 feet. Underneath that was your Xanadu philodendron. It's another very tropical plant that fills in that whole space nicely. It's going to be in the area of maybe 2 feet tall by 2 feet wide. Then over here is the Apostle Iris, which is a fantastic plant. Got a lot of structure to it. It has a beautiful big purple flower come springtime. And in front of this is the big blue liriope, which is a border plant. That'll hide the edge of the walkway very nicely. This is something that anybody could do. Just keep in mind it's a plant. You're not stuck with it for the rest of your life. If you don't like it, rip it up and go get another one. So from this point, I think we're going to go and play in the dirt. What we're doing here now is we're moving the old mulch. By doing that, we're removing any of the things that could possibly become a problem later on. Bugs, fungus, and if we can get a good look at what the soil is going to be, if we're going to need to amend it or not. So we'll tear this out later, but we don't want the mulch to fall down in the hole where that was and cause problems down the line. What we're going to do now is we're going to remove these plants. First thing we want to talk about is safety. Watch out for power lines, gas lines, cable lines, sprinkler lines. Normally you want your utilities to come out and locate these things that are underground. Right now we found a little line here. We know where it is, so we don't have to worry about it. We're going to remove this plant. A couple ways of doing that. If you want to save it, you can dig it out nicely, put it in another part of your yard or a pot or something like that. For our purposes, it's got to go. So we're going to dig it out, then we're going to take it, put it in the compost pile, or we'll let somebody take it home with them and plant it in their own house. Got it. For transplanting purposes, this would be one of your best plants that you tore out of the ground. This is the evergreen giant liriope. It's been in there for years. It is a tough plant. Would be great for somebody else's yard, or just put it out and let somebody take it. It's a great plant and it's very hardy. We've encountered some rocks that people have put down in the ground in order to stop the runoff from the roof eroding the area. We removed as many as we can, but they're buried down in the ground. So the best thing we could do is turn them over and let them drop down deeper into the soil, so it makes planting that much easier. It's not going to hurt anything to have a few rocks in the ground, because some of you people probably are dealing with nothing but rocks. So we're lucky we don't have that many rocks here. Now we've got the tear out just about finished. We're going to have a look at the soil. What we got here is mostly sand, very dry. It's got a lot of larger particulates in it. What we're going to need to do with that is see about getting something to amend it and make the soil that much nicer for the new plants to live in. All right, we're at the point now where we have amended the soil. We've used a Miracle Grow product, a moisture control that has plant food already in with it. You can see the difference in the color of the soil. So our next step now would be to turn the soil over a little bit and mix it down in for the top couple inches so it's all mixed in nicely together. Well, that about does it for phase one. The plant material's been removed, the soil's been amended, It's going to be great for the new plants. So I want you all to come back to Gardenieres.com and we can all play in the dirt.